This week, the Tackle Box is brought to you by Cabela's, America's foremost outfitter. This week in the Tackle Box, I want to talk to you a little bit about offshore fishing with live bait. When I say offshore, we're mainly talking about tuna, but it could be Dorado, yellowtail, doesn't really matter, any of that kind of school-sized fish. So when you're fishing out there, there's basically two hook styles that we use. It's a J hook and a circle hook. And just to show you what they look like, this is a circle hook, this is a J hook, and the way you fish these is totally different. The circle hook, what you want to do is you cast it out, you let the fish run with the bait. It's going to run for a few seconds, 3-4 seconds. You put the reel in gear, you point the rod at the fish, and you start winding. The way circle hook works is the fish will take your bait, eat it, and digest it a little bit, and he's not hooked. He doesn't get hooked until he turns and goes away from you. And when he does that, the hook's going to get him right in the corner of the jaw. It's a great way to fish if you're new to fishing, or if you have people fishing with you that don't have a lot of experience. A circle hook is great because they don't have to think about when to set the hook. They put it in gear and the fish will hook themselves for you. It makes it nice and easy. Now with a J hook, it's totally different. J hook, you have to let the fish run with the bait. You go ahead and count to 3 or 4, put the reel in gear, and then you have to pull really hard because you got to drive this hook out of the bait and into the fish. So that's why I said if you're new to the sport, or you have people who are new to the sport, go ahead and use a circle hook because it takes all the thinking out of it for you. Now if you're not sure what hooks you need, I have my hook kits, and they're by Eagle Claw hooks, and there's 3 different hook kits. We have an inshore, offshore, and a surf fishing kit. The offshore kit is the one that you would want. It's got all the hooks you would need, different colors that I like. Even has a DVD that shows how to tie knots and how to rig up for that type of fishing. And the other thing I'll tell you is that when you're fishing live bait, offshore tuna fishing, start off with heavy line. I always fish with 40-pound tests on that first bite because when you first slide up on those fish, they hit the boat with reckless abandon and they really charge the boat hard and they're not line shy. Use that heavier line. After you've been on the school for a little bit and you caught a fish or two, then you want to drop down to a 25-pound test, and if they get really picky, maybe 20-pound tests. But don't start off with 20 or 25, start off with the 40. You want to fish heavier line, that first stop. When I say the first stop, I don't mean just like the first stop of the day. I mean, let's say you get some fish in the gray, then you go a couple hours, and then you finally get another bite. As every time you get into that next bite, start off with the 40, start off with the heavy line. And that's, how I do it. Really simple techniques, really easy to do. Don't be afraid of using the heavier line. The fish aren't line shy when you're out there fishing 50, 60, 100 miles offshore fishing these tuna. Well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.